Hey, what's up, guys? So, I just saw Interstellar, and Interstellar follows a group of astronauts led by Matthew McConaughey, who plays a character named Cooper, who is looking for a planet that can possibly inhabit life in another galaxy because the Earth is dying, the crops are dying, people are running out of food and slowly dying, and the astronauts must race against time to save the human race. Ever since it was announced, I was so excited about Interstellar. Christopher Nolan is my favorite director of all time and has made so many awesome movies. And once the reviews for Interstellar were coming out, people had some mixed feelings about the film. Some think it's one of the best movies of the year and possibly of all time, and others think the last half of the film ruins it. And while it did lower my expectations a little bit, I remember when the Inception came out, and people were very mixed on that. But now it's considered one of the best science fiction films of all time. So I watched Interstellar today. It was nearly 3 hours long, and now I'm going to talk about it. And while I don't think it's Nolan's best film, it certainly is his most ambitious film, and I'm going to remember Interstellar for a very, very, very long time. I loved Interstellar, and it is definitely one of, and possibly, one of my favorite films of the year. There's so much to love about this film, and let's start with the performances. Matthew McConaughey is absolutely magnificent in this film, and this is one of the most emotional performances that he has ever given in his career. Also, Anne Hathaway, she did a very, very good job in this. But in my opinion, the best performance of this film belongs to Mackenzie Foy, who plays the younger version of Murph, who is McConaughey's daughter. She was fantastic, and she has one of the most emotional scenes of the movie, and it's the last time McConaughey sees his daughter as a child, and it almost brought me to tears. And lastly, there is a surprise actor that appears halfway through this movie, and I won't spoil it, but just let me say that it's not just a normal actor. It's actually a very, very, very big actor. And I had no idea he was going to be in this film. Also, the visuals in this film are absolutely spectacular. The wide shots of space rival stuff like 2001: A Space Odyssey, and this movie definitely is inspired by 2001 and other movies like Sunshine and stuff like that. The wormholes, the planets, the black holes, everything looks absolutely amazing, and I really wish I could have saw this on IMAX because it would have been one of the best experiences I would have had in a movie theater. Lastly, the climax of the film is also very suspenseful and is very, very well done. And if you go see the film, make sure you pay attention to what's going on, because if you don't, you will be very, very lost and will have no idea what is going on and what you're watching. But the last half hour of this film, I think, is what's causing the diversity on the movie, because I will not dare spoil it, but if you are the type of person who will pick apart a movie by its flaws, then you will be the person who won't like the ending of this film at all. But if you can follow to what's going on and you can suspend your disbelief, then I'm sure you will take in the ending perfectly fine. I personally thought the ending was great, but there was a moment where I sat up in my seat and said, "What is happening?" Overall, Interstellar isn't the perfect masterpiece I was expecting going in, but it definitely comes close here and there. The performances are phenomenal, the effects are flawless, and the ending is going to be talked about for a very, very long time. So I have to give Interstellar a 10 out of 10.